My name is Michelle Bachmann. I'm a member of the United States Congress from the United States of America. I want to assure the people of Egypt that I, as a member of Congress, will stand strong in support of continuing military support for the United States support financially to stand for the military in Egypt. We've seen the threat that the Muslim Brotherhood has posed around the world. We stand against this great evil. We are not for them. We remember who caused 9/11 in America. We remember who it was that killed 3,000 brave Americans.
No, you don't remember. Because the Muslim Brotherhood is actually a thing. It's not just a term for guys who are Muslims who maybe have siblings. Muslim Brotherhood's a thing in Egypt, a real thing. And members of the United States Congress from the United States of America going to Egypt and telling Egypt that as members of the U.S. Congress, you think that it was the Muslim Brotherhood that did 9/11? Oh, excuse me, I mean 9/11? That's amazing. But that happened in Egypt. Republicans Michelle Bachmann, Steve King, and Louis Gohmert, A, have passports, and B, use them this weekend to go to Egypt to praise the military coup there and to tell the Egyptian people that the Muslim Brotherhood did 9/11. Congressman Gohmert told the Egyptian generals that when he looks at them, he thinks of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Thomas Paine. One political scientist who studies Egypt and the Muslim Brotherhood in particular told the New York Times about this trip today that, quote, that Mr. Gohmert and Mr. King and Ms. Bachmann's visit to Egypt was, quote, like a Saturday Night Live skit. Unbelievable, ludicrous, almost comic if it wasn't so painful.
I think that the whole world should support Sisi. I believe that
the new Egyptian
I think that you have to support him. If we support him, it probably will embarrass him. It probably won't help him. But Sisi and the liberals, Baradei and others, they deserve the support of the free world. To who else they can turn? I think that the whole world should support Sisi. I think that the whole world should support Sisi.
Egypt had to do what it had to do, and I'm very proud of the Syrian or the Egyptian military being able to offset the moves of the Muslim Brotherhood, who are trying to establish Islamic states.
Any kind of domestic insurgency situation, it's a very precise instrument. In Bosnia, we use that all the time because the gun camera stuff on the Apache is far better than anything else that flies. And so you can operate very close in with very little collateral damage. The other thing is that it can also widen out your area of view so you can use it for surveillance.
Why would the head of the Egyptian army tell us specifically? Well, it's not, you know, this gentleman's analysis. It was the general. The general said, we can't do precision-guided attacks on the bad guys if we don't have a parachute.
Israelis were begging for years, for example, that the Egyptian military will take measures to protect the gas pipeline, providing Israel with about roughly 40% of its needs from Egypt. The Egyptian army said no. Several Israeli defense ministers have offered to the Egyptian government, and sometimes Tantawi himself, to accept deployment of Egyptian military, as happened now, in areas, in zones B and C. Invariably, the answer of the people who are today the SCAF was no. The collapse of the Egyptian police and General Intel, by the way, means that the main player in the Sinai today on the part of the Egyptian state is military intelligence.
The Egyptian army is not a monolithic organization. They're not all good guys. There is an element of the Muslim Brotherhood in the Egyptian army, even in the officer corps. And General Sisi knows that, and he did ask us for that one thing. He said, I need time to fix this.